net! Get the net! We're just a group of outdoorsmen with a hardcore passion, living and learning every chance we get. Welcome to the Stay True Outdoors podcast, where we talk hunting, fishing, and the outdoors. Hey guys, so this is episode number 5. I'm sitting here with
Phil,
Nicole,
and we're going to get into fishing today.
yeah, it's already fishing season started. Had some success.
Yeah, you got the chance to come out with me and my dad, so that was nice.
Yeah, always a very nice opportunity. That was the first time on that section.
Was that your first time in for real? Okay.
Yeah. No, I went down and checked it out and looked at it, obviously on maps, but I've never actually been on that water.
Oh, that's a decent little spot.
It really is. You've been on it, Phil?
yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
that's where we grew up fishing.
okay.
It's, yeah, like I've seen it, been around it, but watched a bunch of ducks pile into it.
Oh yeah.
Now I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah. Did you like that? The ducks?
Yeah.
That part of the river?
Yeah.
Potential hunt, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'd still be far enough from.
Like
I think so.
Ryan's boat?
Yeah, I think with Ryan's boat, you get right up there and you pick the bend because really there's some good opportunities you set up. And
Grassed up or golden?
yeah,
We grass up pretty bad, so we're golden.
Yeah, we put in that extra work, and that's it.
honestly, it pays off putting that extra effort in. Everyone will say that, but grassing in, if you don't put the effort in, bye.
It's not going to work.
Yeah,
No.
like when you think you're grassed enough, grass more, because
Yep. But like I see two sides of everything because look at the one hunt we did, the first time taking it on the river in mid-December this year. The wind picked up. Our burlap I had to make a blind out of was not staying what we're trying to
Yeah,
attach.
it didn't go too well.
No. But on the other hand, we both had white camo. It was snowing, freezing. But with that camo that we had, we were able to make a better hide of just what our pattern looked like too. Because we didn't brush in that well.
No.
You went out with Ryan and it was a whole different ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we don't have to do this. But it paid off.
It paid off.
But I know we love birds, but
I'm just looking out the field here. The birds piled, and especially the snows this year. This year, migration was pretty good.
oh yeah, especially for the snows stuck around pretty long in the season this year too.
Yep. I seen snows in this area up to the end of season.
yeah.
I wouldn't say it was a lot, but periodically, hey, when we were out with your dad by that spot, by the where the duck hunting would be, we seen a flock of snows fly over us.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not a big one, probably 2-3 dozen, but still.
We could potentially bring those down.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, maybe next year could be a spring goose hunt year or two.
Yep. Never know.
Hopefully.
Yeah. It's good meat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, fishing. Back to fishing, boys.
Yeah. Got distracted by that spot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and birds. I think we have bird fever.
Many purpose spot.
Yeah. Well,
Lots
it's
of
really,
fish.
I look at going out fishing, you're always looking on that river for birds.
Oh yeah.
Where's the next spot? Seen your, what is it called? A sauger?
Okay, yeah.
That was a cool catch.
Yeah, it was a decent size too. Because usually we only catch them, but they're a lot smaller. So
Okay. Similar bite, like a fight as the walleye then?
yeah, I couldn't really tell the difference at all
Nice.
till I seen it in the water, and it was all camo patterned, and that was pretty cool.
And it's a cool looking fish.
Yeah,
It is. And that's a good size one too.
yeah, it was 18 inches.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was a good size, but like compared to a walleye, you could tell the difference. They're a smaller fish.
Without the color. Like,
Yeah,
if they'd be the same color, you could still tell a little different.
the body.
There's a one overseas, like a much larger walleye species.
I forget the name.
I forget the name as well.
Are those the saw guys or
I
the
think so.
greenbacks? They might call them.
Not even.
No.
No, it's
They get huge. They got
They
a
get-
wide mouth there.
they get
too.
huge. Like you're probably I think like a 15-pound or more is the average, like a good size.
Holy shit.
But it's part of that walleye species.
Xander.
Xander, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard of those?
No.
Yeah.
Pike perch is
Pike perch.
another name.
Okay.
But I'll get you a picture here.
Have you ever heard, what's the term? I think I've heard people call pickerel or pike
The
pickerel.
big ones on top there.
Okay. Yeah, it looks just like a walleye.
Xander.
Hmm.
I'm sure that would probably give a pretty good fight.
Oh yeah.
One of those trips you want to go and catch one of those.
Does it say where they fish
Xander.
them? Holy cow.
They get big.
Those are some golden loins, eh?
Oh shit. If they taste as good as walleye,
Yeah.
that's worth some money.
Well, if it's a pike perch, both of those are excellent. I had smoked fish and like coleslaw for like lunch
There you
2
go.
days this week, I think. Excellent. Excellent.
Oh
What
yeah.
kind of fish?
Pike
Yeah.
with maple bourbon on it,
Mm-mm-mm.
right on the smoker. It was excellent.
Mm.
Yeah.
Favorite way to eat fish for me from now on. Man.
You made your pike up when you
Yeah.
first tried. That was the first test trial with your smoker?
Yeah. And game changer.
It honestly is. Like, but you cannot beat like your tailgate. Whenever the first time I came over to your place, Phil,
Yeah.
and you cooked up.
Deep
was it-
fried, right?
You fried up the pike or perch and walleye.
Yeah,
Zach?
just in butter on the pan with
Yeah.
salt
Okay.
and pepper.
Yeah, right on the tailgate, and that was excellent in the buns.
Oh yeah, fish rolls.
Yep.
Mm.
You can't.
It's hard to beat.
It really is. It really is. Like in our area, you go ever have a perch roll like at a Lancaster? That was a staple. People always love going down that way
Yeah,
for perch.
I've heard of it, and I think it's like almost $20 for one. Like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The price of it.
Well, I think I'll go fish for my own right now.
Yeah.
We like fishing, so might as well.
Yeah. Well, I worked near a farm. Like this is years back, where they used to near Lancaster.
Okay.
And I'd stop in. I don't think it was that priced because it was a few years ago, but the perch rolls were really good. Yeah, they were.
You told me on the boat Saturday that you kind of like perch better than walleye.
Yeah, because you can get it crispier. It's
Uh,
better for fish rolls.
Yeah.
Huh.
I see why, but many
Yeah.
people would say otherwise too.
Yeah.
I'm a walleye guy.
I only started catching walleye in the last, I'd say, 3 years. So
I don't know. It's the best to me.
it
Or
is-
I'd say crappie is my favorite, but we don't catch many, so
Yeah. We don't catch enough to actually.
keep some.
Yeah.
Throw them back.
that one you caught, that was a big crappie, was
Yeah,
it?
that was a big enough crappie. I didn't measure it or anything, but
No.
Decent size.
But-
yeah.
If you had a few of those, that would be a good meal.
Yeah. For sure.
Back in the day, me and my dad used to do crazy hunts on crappies, man.
Yeah?
In the caster, man.
And what would you be using for, like, because I think back in the day going out with my grandfather, like, bobber and worm, and we'd
Yeah.
catch. You guys?
Yeah,
Yeah?
same thing. Plain
Yeah.
Jane. Plain Jane.
Especially for crappie because they're a suspended fish, so they can only see like upwards. So you with your bobber, that bringing it just above them,
Seals the deal.
yeah, it's a big tactic for crappie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard this. Bear, correct me if I'm wrong. You should start fishing them like real shallow, real high up in the water column.
Yeah, it's weird though because
And try to go down, especially if you're on a school or something. Just not to grab the last one at the bottom, spook them all, catching that one.
yeah,
You should start from high up and go deeper slowly.
have to find the spot and then try that.
Mm-hmm. Just to try and keep the
'Cause
school
I-
around
yeah.
more.
Yeah, so I don't spook them all at the same time.
But not a crappy expert either.
Me neither. And it's not like a lake or it's not like in the States either. We have a crappie population, but like not like down there.
No, not, and even their bass. Like, I watch videos.
Their
Guys-
largemouth population is off the charts, man.
Yeah. Well, we gotta go out in the St. Lawrence and go for some bass. this
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
One of my good buddies does a lot of tournaments
Yeah.
on the St. Lawrence, and he says when you find the school of big ones, it's one after the other sometimes.
I believe that.
5 pounds,
Oh
6 pounds,
my.
5 pounds, 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Hey, you catch 5, 6. He said sometimes back to back.
It's to find, I guess, where they're hanging out.
You gotta find them.
Watch that water temp. I wonder with this cooler weather, probably brought that temp down in the river.
Yeah, and maybe brought back the early spring bite, maybe.
Yeah. Because
It's been slow. It's been slow.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you've
So-
been out more than me. No?
So hot last week, and then so, like,
Yeah.
the temperatures dropped for sure. The water's getting cold again.
Yeah.
Probably.
that last week was insane. It felt like we just skipped spring and went right into intense summer.
Yeah.
Now, this week is nicer. Hopefully, kind of eases in.
Yeah. Little bit more rain wouldn't do any harm either.
Now, we just kind of had a little downpour, but it stopped. And
It's here and there.
yeah, we need it though.
We need it.
Wow, especially the smoke's cleared in our area, but it was pretty bad for a while.
Yeah.
A couple days.
Yeah. Especially in Ottawa, downtown, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I seen a couple photos. You guys working outside and stuff. See it your ways this year or this week with the job sites?
Oh yeah, I'm outside all the time.
Yeah.
So I got rained on today quite a bit, but
Yeah.
that's all right. It doesn't happen often.
That's all right. I'd work inside, so I didn't get rained on. I didn't stand where the roof leaks, I should say. No, it's good. We need this rain, like you guys said. We need it.
Yeah.
For fishing, especially. Like, I usually like to fish the creeks,
Mm-hmm.
the mouth of the creeks, and they're not pouring that much. They should be pouring right now. They're not.
Did you guys?
Need that rain.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking back when you guys were in bear camp and I was camping in Algonquin.
Mm-hmm.
I got the photos you guys sent me of the waterfalls.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
That nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing?
I think there is trout in there,
Yeah.
but like very small population.
Okay.
That's what I think.
But we were fishing in, like, big current, too.
But that's
don't
what
know.
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's how I fished smallmouth and walleye before, in the biggest current you couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Yo, it works.
Huh.
Maybe it's not the same for trout though.
No,
But I
they're-
thought trout weren't scared of current at all.
They're there. An old friend talked about this waterfowl. Growing up, he'd always go there, and he took his wife at the time to go fish it. And this is years back. Anyways, put a worm on, just basically touch it in the water, like a nice 1 pound trout. You know, it doesn't always happen, but she was just like, we bushwhacked. Like, this isn't an easy waterfall to find. They went through the bush, got to it, and all that work paid off. It's just like, it can happen in that fast water, but
Yeah, I used to do this. Go fishing up some falls, up in where my grandparents are.
yeah.
And man, I drop my fish right next to the falls. I get splashed on a little bit maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Dropping my jig and I could see them fight for my jig as it's going down in the bubbles, the currents and everything. I see they come by so quick. Man, I could sit there for 3 hours and catch 40 fish. It was incredible.
Huh.
Like, I love falls, man.
Yeah.
Falls gets me
That's where you
gets
want to
me
go.
going, man.
Yeah.
I've had so much good experience fishing falls. Falls to me, it's like Pig Patrol. You guys
Oh,
know
yeah.
him probably. I watch this guy a lot on YouTube. He fishes spillways
Yep.
only, almost. All his videos is spillways. Spillway. Man, I'm kind of the same. I like that big current where it drops, whatever. Spillway's a waterfall to me, so.
Yep.
Maybe if we would have had worms, too, it could have made a difference.
Yeah, probably.
What
Or
were you
we
guys trying?
moved
Could have
down
been
further.
Could have caught anything if we had worms there.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more than trout in that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it was a pretty wide creek river.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
wide
it
enough.
channels off, and
It,
it's a nice creek. And
how'd you guys get there? 4-wheeler? Or?
yeah, Jake had an old camp close to there, and it's a little trail right next to that camp.
Yeah.
And it's just a place people go go see.
Nice.
It's a decent spot. A lot of people spend the day and swim and have a picnic and.
Did you guys go swimming?
No. Jake went swimming.
Oh, he did that time?
Yeah.
Hey, he was actually able to walk like under that waterfall for a little bit.
Really?
Coming back, drowned himself. But,
Yeah.
drenched himself. But for you, like me, ideally, I go fishing a waterfall. For you, what's your go-to habitat scenario?
I don't know. It would depend on the body.
Talking-
Like if I go to Charleston
Anything
Lake,
you
I'm
want.
gonna fish like around the islands and around the edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess the same way I'm fishing now.
Yeah.
Like the Nation and the Castor isn't
Yeah.
very wide either, so
No, but that's it.
yeah.
That's what you would want to do. Okay.
Hug the shore a bit.
Do you guys fish, like, obviously hearing how you fish and listening, not much open water, eh? Like,
Never me almost.
No.
Once or twice max. I've rarely fished lakes.
Yeah.
I feel lost on a lake. I don't know where to go. The water is all the same. I'm used to shallow rivers. I can kind of read the water, know where the deep water is and where it's not.
Yeah.
I'm in open water. I'm lost.
Yeah, if you don't look at the charts and the
I need that fish finder. That
but even
setup you got. I need all of that, man.
even
'cause
without a
I'm
fish
lost.
finder, you can check online and they have the maps already plotted.
I know, but you got to figure out where you are exactly and shit.
Yeah,
It's harder.
but you can get a good idea too.
Yeah.
If I really want to go fishing in a lake, I'm bringing gadgets with me because I'm clueless.
Yeah, it's nice to be out on the water and have a fun day, but when you want to go, you're spending the time driving there, like towards past Kempville. We go out to those lakes, like there's Portland with the big Rideau and even the Rideau River around us. There's a lot of water bodies,
Yeah,
but to spend the time driving out that way, bring the deck. Let's bring it worth it. Like, first time I went up towards the Ottawa River, Plantage, that section. First time ever going out there, I brought my dad's old fish finder. It didn't work great. I think it was mostly the bottom of the Nation, like you mentioned. But this thing's an old hummingbird.
okay.
It's like a briefcase.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Hey, it works good.
it works good, but I didn't feel confident enough to read the bottom. But again,
And
First-
at least you know your depth
yeah,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Have a little gauge of some sort to know what's going on. If I go blind eye on a lake, I wouldn't put money on me to catch fish.
no.
No,
Unless I'm hugging the shores all day.
Or
yeah, you'd have to spend a couple days to play around with different spots and
Yeah.
techniques.
I'd like to learn it though.
Like, what about even shoals once you get out? Like, if you know it's a big enough lake and you know there's that shoal out there.
Shoal. I'm too French.
If I'm talking what I mean, like it's like almost an island, but it's not. It's submerged, like
Okay. Like a hump or something like that.
Yep. Like that might have structure built off
Yeah,
of
you
it.
gotta know where they're at.
You gotta know where they're at. Like map it. Like
yeah.
A map is definitely a must.
there's so much bodies of water to fish. That's where I don't feel confident on much lakes. Like I've had success, but I think of Samuel de Champlain, the campground. Much success there, and this old timer, every night he'd go 7:00 and he'd paddle his cedar strip canoe, and he always went and had success in front of a weed bed. He knew his shore. He worked the shore,
Mm-hmm.
and
You
geez,
did it too many times.
yeah, like easy 19, 20, even some like 25 more, like coming out. He's catching those.
Jeez.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, he spent time on the water and he found the spot and
I just
But
remember
again, that's probably thin water. Like it's not an open lake.
it is a lake.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a small lake, but where
He's fishing the canal or the
Nope.
exit or entry creek.
it's a small lake with a river flowing in from this way, and then it's the small lake, and then it flows out.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in between,
Okay.
like
He's fishing the lake.
he was fishing the lake, and very good success with a worm. He had a sinker. I'm guessing it's similar, probably like a split shot he had. I'd have to ask my old man to confirm because I was very little. But hey, basics work, simple.
Oh yeah. Nothing works. Go back to basics.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have my favorite lure that I've caught a few of my walleye on, and pike and other things, and it's a good crankbait. I cannot find it. I go look for it every time I go to a fishing store.
You have to show me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you guys. I just can't find it. I want a few more because I'm hopefully not going to lose it. Knock on wood. But I do like my lures.
We should talk about it. What is that lure?
I can go get it.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Yeah,
Okay.
go get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bear, you have a favorite lure?
I like
Your all-time best there.
for a lure.
Yeah.
I'm new to lures.
Well, whatever.
I like those the crankbaits.
Okay.
Just because I fish a lot with the spinning ring.
Yeah.
So when the bite gets tough, I've been throwing on the crankbait, and
Yeah.
sometimes you trigger a couple of reactions. So.
Oh, for sure.
And
Yeah.
you fish a lot. You fished a lot with those
Yeah.
crankbaits too, and
Oh, I love them.
yeah, they work good. They're
But,
just expensive,
like,
but
To me, I got two lures in my head that I'll always have in my tackle box. I've had a lot of success with a red devil. You know that red devil, the spoon,
Yeah.
red and white.
yeah,
And I've fished all the rivers I've talked about, whatever. I always fish rivers. Not the largest one, though. Maybe a 3-inch one,
yeah,
2-inch and a half.
yeah.
Those, everywhere you go, man. You can catch some with that.
We should try those
For
next
sure.
time we go out.
Yeah, troll with that.
Like 2,
I used to do that a lot.
see what we can get out of it. Maybe we'll catch
Put
pike
a
all
leader on.
morning.
Put a leader on.
Oh yeah,
So, yeah, that's the first one. And the second one I love is it's a Rapala. I just call them Rapalas, but it's that orange Rapala minnow that's broken in half. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That is my go-to. Like it's a floating one that doesn't go too deep, so I take it everywhere. I fish rivers, and if it doesn't go too deep, split shot it too.
You know how deep it goes about?
I think it's max 6, 7.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Hey, okay, Cole got his.
Yeah, I'm back. So it's a Rapala.
Yeah.
Dives to 4 feet.
Okay.
The viewers can't see it, but I don't know what you guys would describe
Well,
it.
it's like a
Bass
It's
color.
bass colored.
Yeah.
It's a bass color, and
That's it. Crankbait.
crankbait has some rattle to it. It's a very simple lure, but I've caught my biggest walleye on this. I've had much success
I don't know.
where
The rattle. I'm really fan of rattles.
Oh yeah,
I'm thinking the water
they
column,
make a difference, man.
the rattling, especially in the murky river.
That's almost a must.
Yeah. When I went up to that plantage, I went out with 2 buddies. We didn't catch a single thing. We went on to the Ottawa with Jack, and muskie fanatic. Jack is a muskie fanatic. And no success, but we're coming back in, and I caught a small bass near the launch. And it was with this. It was no prize, but that was the only thing we caught. But this lure came in handy. We didn't get skunked. I can't find him. But I think the water column, if it just dives to 4 feet with no weights on it, I think it just gets into that. We're not a deep river. There's
Yeah.
pools.
yeah. But that would be good.
Don't want to hook you. Sneeze as I'm handing it. Oops.
I'm gonna say you hooked a bear.
I hooked a bear. Oh, did I ever tell you this story? When Ryan and I were kids at this campground, Bonnechere Provincial Park, we used to go outside the park and there was this bridge and we'd fish there. And this time my grandfather was up with my dad and Ryan and I, they took us out fishing. So we're there and there was another campground further past that. So this M&R ministry was coming out with a bear in its cage. He trapped it, eh?
Okay.
So Ryan and I were a little like
Yeah,
very.
I had an experience with that. My grandfather was doing that too up north, and I was very young, and he took me out. That's very cool.
It is.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Having
And
a live bear in the trap.
it's being able to get so close, and like, yeah, you're still like nervous, very young, and we're looking, and
It was awesome.
it was awesome talking to the guy, and it was cool. So then we go, being kids, right? Go back to the campsite. Mom, Grammy, guess what? We got this close. Like, you're putting your hands out and you're like a foot away, and their just eyes go like, what? Look at my dad and grandfather, and it's like, it was in a cage. But
Let the specific outs.
yeah, you gotta let the main details out first, then the small details come out later. But yeah, no, it was a cool experience being like that. And you had one with your grandfather.
Yeah, like my grandfather's retirement job. There's a lot of bears and where he's at, and they sometimes cross the main street right in town. So he'd get a call, say, "Hey, I got a bear in my backyard. I'm scared for my dog," or something like that. So he'd go out and catch him live, and relocate him with like a closed trailer cage.
Yep.
And like going out, he knew what he was doing, and it didn't take long. Overnight, we go back. There's a bear in the cage. Okay, close, lock the latch, hook up the trailer, relocate. Let's go have a truck ride in the woods.
Nice.
Did you guys have to drive far with it, or how
I
far
think-
would you relocate it?
I was young, but it was pretty far. We have to go far. I think
Okay.
it's gonna find its way back to the dump or back
Yeah.
to town to your garbage anyway. So
It's problematic bears. You guys hunt bears, but once they become a nuisance, it's a whole other ball game.
oh
There,
no,
Yeah.
they get the taste.
we're hearing a lot more of sightings around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think there was 2 shot by the OPP this year in Ottawa.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Some
they were
good-
getting into the bird feed and all that.
Oh yeah. Oh, Ottawa police must have some good burgers.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. Oh, that was excellent burgers you guys brought over the bear.
Yeah, had bear burgers tonight.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Mix 1/3 beef, a little spice, cracked an egg in there. It turned out pretty good.
It really did.
Oh yeah.
I first time having a bear burger, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, same here. It was really good.
Brought it up to 160.
Yeah.
Made sure because you can get some bacteria in there if you don't cook it well enough.
It's
I was kind of worried about it a little bit, so looked it up, saw a couple pictures and stuff. The meat's not bleeding, but it could be a little red.
Yeah.
And be at 160 internally, so.
and I had the smoker going at 2 times. I didn't want to rush it. I wanted to
Yeah.
let it break down, but tasting it now, it's such a tender meat, eh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was super good.
And you get that pink ring on it, but it's always in the mind when you're cooking things. But people don't realize too, vegetables, like salmonella and stuff like that can lay
Yeah.
on your vegetables, and you go to a restaurant and you get
Right.
sick from your salad.
Yeah, yeah.
I
don't
think
even
it's
thi-
salmonella, but it's
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look it up quick, but
no. That isn't that chicken.
Is it E. coli or something?
might be.
But I don't know. If you eat bear, guys, you gotta cook it to 160. Just a heads up.
At least.
No. Sometimes raw fruits and vegetables contain harmful germs that can make you and your family sick, such as salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria.
Okay.
Damn, didn't know that.
It's something you don't really think of, but can happen.
Yeah.
Just don't eat a rare bear steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys like your steaks medium rare? Or?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I don't know. It's hard to beat a good steak. Like, I don't mind blood coming out of a steak either.
Yeah, me neither.
When I know I can eat it, yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Bear, like the meat you don't want to play around with. You got to be safe. Like what you mentioned earlier, Phil, was it?
Yeah, it was my first bear this year, and all of us was our first bear. I'm just starting to mess around with it, you know? So
Yep.
when I cut my burger in half, and I was looking at it, I'm like, I take a chance. It's a bit red.
Yep.
Looked it up. I'm like, I'll leave it on the smoker for now, just to make sure, because I saw Meat Eater get sick on a bear hunt on TV. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing, eh? But you don't pay attention a little bit, you can get sick.
You just don't know.
So
Yeah.
I'm worried for nothing, I think, but
Yeah, they were.
It's in the back of my head, and I didn't want, like, we're sick of them eating it. 5 of them,
Yeah.
5 of us. Like, damn, I don't want 5 of us sick.
No. Well, technically 6.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is
Baba
true.
Cole coming up.
Yep. But no, it's something you don't want to play with. Even when I like cooking, and you get into that, and you're like, even fish. I'm like, I'm making these pike. First
Last
time.
time I made walleye, that first day, I caught a nice walleye with Bear. Brought it back home, and I'm by myself, so 18-inch walleye makes 2 good fillets. That's a good supper for me.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I fried it too quickly a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I still had that doubt that maybe I should have left it on for a little while.
Yeah.
It was good. I ate it. Nothing.
It's like sushi.
It's all good.
Yeah, you just got a little sashimi. Freshwater sashimi, brought to you by Phil.
No, I just thought it was a little too. Fuck off. But it wasn't holding up together as much as I remembered it.
Okay. Yeah, mine too. That I kept, they fell apart pretty fast.
Yeah, that's what I felt. I was like, that's weird. Usually, like, I have a nugget and I break it open, but that's me cooking fish, and usually it's my dad who's an expert.
Oh, with practice.
Hey, you got to do it.
Exactly.
Your dad went out for a walleye opener, eh?
He didn't.
He
But
didn't go?
He did the day after
Okay.
because he had some plans with my mom and whatever. But wasn't too much success. But he caught a couple small ones. But
That's good.
he did what he could.
Yeah.
He went by himself too. So
Okay. Nice. Did your mom fish at all?
yeah, she comes out a couple times with him.
Nice.
Yeah.
Zach, your mom like fishing at all with your dad?
Yeah, she used to do a lot of it with my dad. Now she just comes out every now and then.
Nice.
Yeah.
She come on the new boat at least once.
Yeah, once last year.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
You liked it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Plenty of room on it.
Oh yeah. She was catching lots of perch, so.
Nice.
Yeah, Martin Saturday was pretty impressed with that boat there.
Yeah.
Got a good looking ride.
It's nice. She's my baby.
Oh, yeah, you guys met up with Martin on the river.
Well,
Yeah.
Martin's texting me, "Oh, I'm fishing." I was supposed to go the morning before, but it was too windy. Decided not to go. And then I'm like, "Well, I'm in bear fishing too." He's like, "Where?" I can't believe he didn't recognize Bear's truck. I got a new truck, but I can't believe he didn't recognize your truck.
He might not have seen it enough, or can.
I don't know. We were the only 2 guys at the lunch.
Yeah.
We know each other. And Martin, like, if we would have saw
Yeah.
Martin's truck, I would have known. But he didn't recognize our trucks. So we met up on the river, told us where to fish a little bit. Bear caught a nice one. 19 almost.
Yeah.
Pushing 19.
Yeah. Pushing.
Those are nice walleyes, man. For me, in the small rivers, you catch a 19. That's a good walleye, man.
That is a good walleye.
Yeah.
And
Gives a
happens
good
to be in
fight.
the keeper size too, but no, it's a good size walleye.
If you go on the big river down south, like on the St. Lawrence, there's no slot size. From my understanding, no slot size. So if you catch a monster, you
We have
catch.
to look it up, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure talking with people that fish on that.
mhm.
But yeah, before we go out on it, we'll for sure look
Yeah.
it up.
But I've heard of that too.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't. That's why.
So, but Jesus, Phil, last year during duck season, we're on there, like Merg Island.
Oh yeah, we should have fished there.
We should, like I said to Phil, I was frustrated because I forgot my jerk string. We're now on an island doing an afternoon duck hunt. The water on this river, you couldn't even see the current. It was glass,
Jeez.
no wind. It was like, Jesus, we should be out fishing right now. Yes, it's late season, but
But we had a show, my friend.
we had a show.
Those merg, there was so many, man.
We got caught in a storm of mergs.
Okay.
It was like a tornado.
Unloading and reloading and go, go, go.
Yeah. They just kept circling the island, and it'd be like a flock further out, a flock closer, and a flock even closer, and then there's flocks behind those. It was just
Never
spread
ending.
up. Yeah. It
That
was
2 minutes was insane.
Yeah.
I was like, ah.
Yeah. There was a couple other little moments throughout, but
Yeah.
that storm, yeah.
That was crazy, yeah.
But I have a telescopic fishing rod, and I got to get a new reel, and I think it's just keep it in the boat.
Throw it in the bag, the blind bag. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
When we did our hunt early season, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, we ordered pizza. Ryan stayed in the blind.
Oh yeah.
That was early season?
Yeah.
I grabbed the. I remember this.
Preseason goose.
Preseason goose. Stayed in the blind, you know? One
First
person.
water hunt for me.
Yeah.
Quite the experience.
Yeah. That was an awesome hunt.
That was a awesome
No
hunt.
limit hunt, but awesome hunt.
It's not, like you say, it's not all about those limits, and that's
Nope.
a hunt we'll never forget.
No.
That was awesome.
Yeah. And Ryan definitely won't because he got a fucking ban.
Yeah.
What did he do? He grabbed the pizza.
No.
He shot.
I walked up to him. He gave me the pizza. He went back to the blind by himself. Shot a geese.
No.
Oh no, he shot the
No.
geese.
He shot the, and
Yeah.
then
Had to go for pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you went and got the bird, and
No.
you and I did.
Yeah, you two went, I think. Or no, you and Jared went.
Yes, that was it.
You and Jared.
Jared went, and I go to pick up that bird from the water. I'm like, no fucking way. And it's just like,
No, but I was in the garage.
yeah, it was freezing out.
Yeah.
We got
so we were
caught
all
in a-
cold, and Ryan was still out there by himself,
Yeah,
and got the ban, solo bird ban.
yeah. Came in and watched it happen. I stepped outside and watched him
Yeah.
shoot it, and then we look, and the pizza's guys down the laneway, and it was Ryan who ordered it. So I was like, hey, he ran down there. When we retrieved it from, I remember carrying up there, bringing it back to him. She's like, here's your bird. And Ryan knew. He's like, what? He's not bringing one goose back to me. Like, he knew, but he didn't
Yeah.
know.
The bird
Yeah.
pile was over there. And
Yeah.
you were walking up the hill with the geese.
Oh.
Hey Ryan, guess what?
Yeah. It's like a bittersweet moment because it's like, it's fucking awesome and he got it. But it's just like, you know, it was cold. He stayed out there and he got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're
The
in
perseverance paid off.
Yeah.
and
it's bittersweet.
fooled all of us.
Oh, yeah.
And after I was like, okay, well, in my head, I'm like, man, one band, I want to shoot a band. Like it's that point where I look at it, it's a sport. You know, I want that. I'm not a guy that likes flashy, but I want that bling. I want to read it, search it up, and see that story where that bird was banded and learn that. But
You would have been proud.
oh yeah, but it was awesome. And then I was like, well, we're enjoying our pizza, but maybe we should do like shifts. Like one person has to stay out there or two. Birds come. Like
Yeah.
but we were cold. That was a cold, rainy preseason hunt.
Yeah, it rained quite a bit that morning, too.
Yeah. Or the early season goose.
And man, it was a treat.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. That was.
The band was extra.
Yeah,
I
it
had a
was.
blast.
It was extra. It was a blast.
Just me and Ryan running after wounded geese in the canoe.
yeah.
Couldn't even catch up to it. Took us a while.
No, that was his John boat. Jesus.
Oh no, yeah, the John boat.
If it was a
Paddling
canoe,
a John boat.
that's where maybe a push pull would have came in handy too, because it wasn't a very deep lake.
No.
Yeah.
but
Lots of
damn,
weeds.
I was tired. I was tired after that.
Yeah.
You and Jake went for a ride too.
Oh
Once.
my, yeah. We went for a paddle.
But hey,
And
wounded birds, you gotta get them.
yep, that's it. Like, you gotta have eyes for ice. Look out. Like, I think there's a bird out there. We went out and there was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was a good workout.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Maybe we
hunt,
could
so-
bring the kayaks
That's
or
when I
something next time,
understand.
I
too.
think so. The nice thing is bringing the John boat, because setting the spread up. We were able to set up decoys on water and on land, but being an early goose hunt, we only set up goose. So if we did the same hunt the year before, and yeah, Ryan shot another band that day too.
At the same spot?
Same spot. Well, our
Same patch of water?
yeah, no, same
Same
spot,
spot,
same
okay.
spot. But the difference was there was 3 shooters, and Ryan was the backup. Like, he was the third shooter and he was the backup.
Cleanup guy.
Yeah, and got it. And Jeff calls it out, sees the bird on the water. Oh, it's banded. Yeah, right. Yeah. No, it was banded. And Jeff's a very, very knowledgeable hunter. Like, you've met Jeff, Zach?
Yeah, at the diaper party, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this guy can call
Oh, yeah?
birds. He knows his calling.
Better than you guys?
100.
And Ryan and shit? Yeah.
Jeff's the guy that Ryan goes and like learns from. I
Oh,
went and
okay,
calling
okay,
a few
okay.
times. Like, this is
Oh, I admire
Uh,
him then.
the hierarchy almost, the education.
Mhm.
Like, very knowledgeable. Hearing him goose call and learn, and he wants you to learn. Like, he's kind of like, birds are coming in, he'll stop calling. I'm like, finish them. Like, if they leave, he's not going to be mad at you because you learned from it.
Yeah.
Learn
Yeah.
it. You know, and you appreciate that because he wants you to learn. Like, he'll give you that positive criticism towards your calling. It's like, okay, I'll change like that. Break the reed over more, you know? I've only gone a few times. It's hard not being right in the same town as them. I learned so much every time going calling with Ryan and Jeff.
Mm-hmm.
Practice.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to, really.
Yeah. We should probably just bring the calls on the boat and then we can call and fish, but
Yeah.
If that's not considered hunting.
no, well, if the motor was off and we were anchored and throw out a couple duck decoys, sit on the boat during duck season.
Blinded in.
You wonder though, I would love to hear someone's own experience from this, but as a fisherman, just out fishing, you're anchored, you're jigging, throw out a couple long lines. Sure, ducks would buzz you. You see those guys on the big waters, they don't brush in their blinds as much as we do on these open water.
I know they don't.
So what would come and buzz you while you're fishing?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if you only have like a couple, like if you're a gang, like 5-6 guys, and you only have 2 of those floating layouts.
Yeah.
The rest could be jigging or casting, or
Yeah.
there's that too, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Like talking with Dan, he's big on those boats. He's a rep,
Yeah. Yeah. He's a rep for the.
I have to find the brand out, but he showed us those. Those look really nice.
The boat blinds.
Yeah.
The layout boats, those are nice.
They are.
Still, they're
And-
not that camouflaged. You know what I mean?
No, but
they work. Yeah.
They work. They're right in that water level.
But
I
I
think
guess they don't see them. They blend in with the water, I guess, or
I guess so.
Looks like rocks, maybe, or.
And last minute, I don't know how you'd see how it would look from the sky. Hey, I think it'd be kind of freaky sitting that low in the water.
Yeah, it'd be a hell of an experience, I think. Crazy.
Hopefully Dan heals up because you were saying he had surgery and
Yeah. Yeah. I think he's doing better now, so
that's good.
slowly getting back into it.
Yeah. I still, coworker and I got talking about goose guns, and just different old guns. That got me thinking of when we went on a hunt with Dan, and he brought, was it that Bolt Action?
Yeah.
The Super Goose? That's a nice gun.
Yeah.
Like,
is it a bolt action 20 gauge?
I think it was a bolt action 10.
I think it was a 10.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's a friggin' cannon of a
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
Okay, now I remember. Yeah. Didn't it jam up halfway?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was giving
The
some
birds were
grief.
landing on his spot. He told me to switch up with him.
Yeah, now, because you and I were on his end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dan, me, and you, I think.
Yeah, and then he switched because his gun was, I was like, that sucks.
Okay, I'll take your spot.
He still shot
'Cause
birds.
I
Oh,
know-
yeah.
No, that's not what we're saying, but
No, but it's
they were on his side a lot, and I think he could get one shot off, and then he had trouble maybe or something like that.
we would all do the same thing. Like if my gun wasn't working, you're taking my spot because
Yeah. I'm not getting this done, you know.
Yeah.
So.
and that's important. I think it is sometimes overlooked. You got to have good shooters on the end of the blind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Because they get the last shots, maybe.
yeah,
You know, if you're the last at the end, you might have that extra. If you're on the left side, you might have that extra room on the left. You'll get that last shot maybe on the left.
but if you're a good shot in the center, birds aren't getting to the ends.
Exactly.
Nope.
It's like you shoot your lane. If a bird's in the lane,
But my starting year, that one time there.
time,
They were, that one time.
Get Fab on here.
oh boy,
I'm only talking about it because he's not. Love you, Fab. But, yeah, I was on the right side, and they're all landing too much to my right. But I'm a righty shooting, so I had trouble going back at my right side, and, man, I couldn't get it off. I was screaming, man, somebody switch. But you guys knew I was starting off, and
we wouldn't let you.
no. But at the end, good advice from Ryan. When that happens, if you really can't go that much to your right, Ryan told me get on one knee. We were in coffins there, but I had to get on one knee to actually be able to pivot to that right side and get it done. Yo,
I know which hunt you're talking about now. That layout hunt that we did. That was
pretty awful to start.
Hey, but like you mentioned, getting out, going on that knee.
Yeah.
That did this year you couldn't come, but Cody came out on that hunt this year.
Yep.
That hunt, I did the same thing. There was a bird tailing off from the back.
Yeah.
Knew everyone was in the front. I got out of my layout and I got on my knee and got it.
Yeah.
It was a good shot, and I was.
And you're a lefty, right?
Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm a lefty, but I shoot with my right shoulder.
Okay. So were you on the right side then? Or were you on the left?
I was on the right.
Yeah, and when you're righty, it's hard to go to that right side.
Yeah.
Man.
It has a lot to pay off. Is figure out where you're setting up your blinds and where the birds want to come in, because make sure your shot's gonna be good.
Yeah, you want to make them count.
Yeah.
So it's important.
Like last year, end of the year, how hard was that shot taken off when you, Ryan, and I were in that on the water?
Oh yeah.
It was a right hand shot, right to your right. We
Mm-hmm.
ragged on him because it was awesome and you got to do it.
The bird was pretty close too.
It was very close. Let's just say I pulled a feather out of it while Phil missed. No. But it was such a hard angle to twist and shoot. The chances, if we were set up on a different angle, it would have been a perfect shot.
Yeah.
But it's hard to set it up.
Didn't have I tried it was Ryan's gun, eh? You're only allowed 2 guns.
Yep.
So I didn't have my gun there. I was just going to cook some breakfast and go for a hunt with the boys. And then Ryan decided, take my gun and shoot the next one. Wasn't ready at all. New gun. I'll shoot the first shot. So off. Ryan's telling me, aim. I'm just going at it. Nah, didn't work out.
No. Still fun.
But you got to fail, to get better.
Yeah.
I don't mind talking about it, but.
Yeah, like you were just saying, hard to find this one. I got that similar lure to this, my favorite lure, I guess I can call it. Mm-hmm. Most success. It's a perch pattern, but it doesn't dive the same. It dives down to like a 6 or 7 foot water column. And this is not. You see on the fish find or the sonar.
Yeah. Like that 4 feet one would be perfect for the river here, but anything over, you're just gonna lose it.
No, and that's
at the end of the day. Like
you might lose that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I always think about that.
You gotta stay close to bottom too, though.
You gotta stay close to bottom, and I think if we're hitting like a 7 foot,
not always,
hole,
but most of the times, I'll try to stay close to bottom.
Yeah, and there's so much debris and all that, and in the river here that like it's crazy.
It is, and that's where it's good to troll, but then you can catch up more versus just still fishing. But hey, still fishing, still catching. Yeah.
Might cost you an extra few bucks a season, but
oh yeah,
if you're catching fish on it,
yeah.
I mean,
do you guys change out your hooks on lures? Like, do you guys use crankbaits much?
I do.
You use crankbaits yourself, Zach?
I just started more for walleye there.
Okay. So, Phil, do you ever change your hooks on these?
It happened to me a couple of times, but I usually lose them before that.
Okay. Yeah, same.
But yeah, it happened to me.
Okay. Yeah,
and I usually take off hooks off the same lure, off that one color that I never use, and
yeah, I know.
Try to mimic it as close as possible, at least.
I gotta take some hooks off.
I know a lot of guys sharpen hooks.
Yeah, Jack is the muskie fanatic.
Oh yeah,
is hardcore on sharpening. He
Yeah,
brings out
because
this file. I'm like,
when he gets
Jesus.
his bite, he doesn't want to lose that fish.
Oh
man.
no,
No, no, he does not. He just got some new line, and you know, Ryan won a couple goose calls where you like put $10 in and you win the muskie lures. So he wins
Okay.
this thing, and it came with new line. I think 80-pound test. Wow.
Well, that's what I would want too. I'd go overboard.
No, you got it.
I'd go too much, then less, man. I'm not losing that fish once it
yeah,
bites.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Especially if it's 40 over, like I'm not losing that fish, man.
Yeah.
I'm jumping in.
He would be a cool guy to go fishing with, I think, just to see his muskie, because he's caught muskie on the shore of St. Lawrence. On the boat with your video that you edited up from, Zach, that was out on a different body of water. Like he gets into muskies.
He knows.
And he's just a new guy going out, which is sweet to see. Because Ryan, when we were younger, up on the Mattawa River, caught a nice muskie, but that was like 8-pound test on a V-wire spinner. I don't know how he didn't lose that. Broke the net, went back down to the bottom. We were in a 16-foot freighter canoe, 4 of us, with a 4-horse motor. Like, I was under 15 years old. I was probably closer to 12. We were young.
Yeah. That one muskie that I saw with my own eyes in the boat was my buddy Sam that caught it.
Oh, yes.
No leader on a jig. Man, I was stressed out when I saw that fish when he had nothing. The jig on his line. Bass rod.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was stressed out for that. And it still worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to know how to fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, he's good too. He's a good fisherman. So
He is.
He knew
Oh, yeah.
how to do it.
Yeah.
And I was so stressed out on the net. That was one of the most stressful moments of my life. Because I can't lose that fish for your friend.
Nope. So you bring that up. That's awesome. Because any tips how to net fish for your friends?
Not really. I'm so used to slinging them in the boat that
Well,
it's.
I'm going to say.
I start netting them more now to prevent that if it ever happens. Like,
Yeah.
but
You never know how well you're hooked anyway. So
yeah,
if you got a keeper, I'm going to swing it in the boat. I might tell you, bring a net.
yeah,
Take your time. That's my advice.
yeah,
Big fish, you know you got them hooked properly. If you've been fighting it for a couple minutes, take your time. My experience with Sam on the muskie, I think it swam by 3-4 times that I was almost going at it.
Yeah.
And it took off. If I would have went bad timing, that hook might have caught the net, lose a fish. I don't know. I was stressed out about it. I think the 4th time he came by.
And are you trying to get him from behind or get him from the nose, like the front?
Head first.
Head first?
Head first.
Yeah.
And that was almost too small.
Yeah.
Head first. No, from the back, I think you'll have trouble. Once you touch his tail, he's off.
Yeah. Chasing him.
yeah.
You gotta sneak in front of him for sure.
Be cool to get out and try and target muskie.
It would be.
There's that one spot we go that I always take at least 40 casts at it.
Yep.
Just to try it. Because I know we've pulled some out from there before. It's an itch. I gotta try it.
Yeah. Well, they call it the fish of 1,000 casts,
Yeah.
I think.
Like I don't waste all my
10,000?
time on it because
So
we're fishing walleye. But
I'm pretty sure it's 10,000. It's insane.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
something.
my dad caught a small one, maybe
Yeah.
like a 20-inch, back in the day. I think in Beach Island. They're one of a kind. They're rare.
Oh yeah,
It's a trophy. Man.
yeah.
I showed you the photo of that tiger muskie I caught.
Yeah.
That was just a fluke.
Yeah. Still, tiger muskie. That's probably the nicest pattern to me.
Yeah.
It was
You
awesome.
can have it on a muskie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It was probably around that like 24-inch mark.
In the fight,
It was fun. So
fight pretty hard, or
yeah, I'll kind of explain it. It was sweet because there was a few duck blinds I paddled by. So Buddy's mom and stepfather was living on the Rideau River. So we go out on the canoe, paddling up towards Kempville Creek. It was sweet. There were some old duck blinds. Like, in my head, Buddy's not a hunter, Aaron. So I'm seeing all these duck blinds. This is sweet. A couple ducks flying by, and we get up to that mouth, and there's enough traffic. I don't know. You guys ever be on that river?
not me?
No.
No. There's enough like boats and houses, but there's some stretches of marsh, and at that mouth of that creek, people boat up it. So he's fishing regular, spin casting. I got my fly rod. I'm slinging. We're on the weed bed on the edge. I cast, and the freaking muskie comes up and hits right at the top of the surface, and it's jumping. Well, to my right, I got a boat coming in, and it's like slow down zone, but he's not that. He's sending me. He's
not
sending
slowing
waves.
down, yeah.
He's sending waves, But then they realize I'm fighting a fish. It worked out where I knew in my head, I got to try to land this fish and then get the canoe straight, or get the canoe straight to hit the waves and worry about the fish after.
Mm-hmm.
It worked out that I got the fish first, and then we got straight, and it was like in the net, and you're like relieved because canoe's kind of,
You could have flipped that.
yeah, it's, these guys are in a big like bow rider. And it's like, oh, like, yeah, party, and
Yeah.
we're just paddling a canoe, but whatever. It was cool.
At least you
And-
didn't flip and you got a muskie.
We didn't flip, and we got a
Yeah.
muskie.
Terrible.
And seeing it come out of the water, the fight was awesome. It was awesome, but that was just a fluke that I got onto a muskie. The fly I was slinging, it would have caught a pike. I would have caught a couple different species. My favorite lure I have in my hand, variety of species.
Mm-hmm. All
You're-
purpose.
Yeah, the setup you like, Zach, you nail all kinds of species.
Yeah, never know. That's kind
Yeah.
of fun too. You never know what's coming up.
Yeah.
What's coming out of the water. You never know.
You
It's
never
fun.
know.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get a nice surprise.
yeah.
Big walleye.
Yeah. Hopefully this year we get a couple nice ones.
Like last year was a great year.
Yeah.
We
We're
pulled-
still
we
still
pulled a
early.
couple nice ones last year.
Yeah, and even the fishing trip, we went up to Quebec. Remember us? Bass opener.
Oh yeah.
We got
Yeah.
into some bass that day.
That was
Or that
Oh,
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, good Quebec
Wow.
trip.
Did you end up fishing the day before you left?
Yeah. And I didn't catch anything. It was too windy. Couldn't control my boat. It was a little of a nightmare.
We had a hell of a time. We
Oh,
caught
yeah.
a bunch of fish. I think
Yeah.
over 30 fish.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
There's no boat launch, so
No, it's private lake. It has the restriction of that, and it shows it was good fish. And like you guys were saying, not many people target bass on that lake. Seemed like those other guys were on more open water.
there might be trout in there too.
I think people target trout.
Yeah.
People fish more to eat. We fish, catch bass, throw it back in.
Yep.
And there's so many. It's so fun.
Yeah, but bass is good eating too.
It is. I really enjoyed it growing up. We ate a lot. It's kind of the way I look
It's
at
my
catfish.
opinion.
Catfish, my opinion too, is I like them more in the spring versus later in the season.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but we should try catching a bass, a nice feed of it, and smoking it, because it's not a bad fish. I just haven't
Because I eat smallmouth a lot. When I go up north
Yep.
to my grandfather's, we catch a lot of smallmouth, and the water's cold up there. There's a lot less bacteria and stuff. The bass, that meat is as white as walleye. And I tell a lot of people we're eating walleye. It's not.
Okay.
Well,
We're eating smallmouth.
See, that's what I'm used to, is nice
Yeah.
white bass. But I go up north, towards Mattawa, growing up, and we'd catch a lot up there. Same as Charleston. Charleston has good bass.
yeah, the bass, the meat was pretty white too down there. That I remember when we keep fish, but the
Yeah.
water is so clear too. So
But we don't keep, we plan, when I go camping, that Algonquin trip, the rule is, my head, I want to eat that trout, but I packed enough food that I got this food to eat. I don't need that extra nutrients.
Mm-hmm.
If it's going to get released proper and it's healthy, I'm releasing it.
Mm-hmm.
I've eaten trout. I've caught a beautiful lake trout, and in Algonquin. It was awesome food. Buddy Aaron, not a fisherman really, likes to be outdoors, loves it, I should say. Not a fish eater. He loved that trout.
Trout is different.
Right
Yeah.
on the fire. It was
Trout
awesome.
is different.
I still think people would just rave over fish rolls.
yeah,
People love fish. They just don't like it when it's from the local rivers.
Yeah.
it's
They-
still good though. I mean,
They'd rather, it come from Canada and sound all awesome, but it's just from our local rivers. I've been up north and I've seen some fishing operations where there's legal, even down on the St. Lawrence, there's a commercial perch fisherman.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's only one, but they're doing that.
okay.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's cool in a way.
That's
Using traps or
I don't know what he's
set
using.
of lines? Or,
I would assume it'd be
if he
traps.
use lines, he's catching a lot of different species there.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just know this guy's been doing it for years. He got the one contract and it's his gig. But up north, I've seen the walleye go to a restaurant and just like the fillets of walleye. Oh my goodness. This was a shout out to Boppers in Bruce Mines, this small little like hotel restaurant. The food is phenomenal. It's
Ate
just
some walleye there.
yeah. Wednesday.
Fish and chip.
Yeah, I forget what night, but walleye night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like,
Can't go wrong.
no. Like I mean they were good fillets. I was like, wow.
Nice fish.
Yep, good pies, clean rooms, right on the water, marina right beside you. We were making our way up further north, but still.
All right, guys. Well, I think we'll end the episode off with that. So we talked a lot about fishing. Got into bird hunting. It's hard not to get into bird hunting, to be honest.
Yeah, it's always here. Sounds good, guys.
Ciao for now.
Ciao.
If you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, we're on all that good stuff. So if you want to support us and keep things rolling, like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy.